I swear, I don't know what this is, and I kind of wanted your opinion on it.
Do you see that?
Monsters secretly kept hidden, or cryptids appearing out of nowhere.
There's no human here.
When I say strange things are happening around us, you've got to believe me. Otherwise, these clips of utterly bizarre discoveries and strange creatures will creep you out.
Oh my god!
A vlogger's midnight adventure changed into a terrifying experience. As he was filming inside the dark woods, he found a smartphone there. While he was checking the phone, a scary humanoid figure suddenly appeared, and he barely managed to escape from it and run away.
Oh my god!
It moved in jerky ways as though controlled via an evil force. The vlogger escaped and thought he was safe, but that wasn't the case. The scary figure reached him again and tried to attack him. Fortunately, he managed to escape once more. He was really lucky, but he couldn't figure out why the figure kept attacking him. The Woods Secrets.
This is the tutorial. Now, this is...
A creepy being was hiding in the woods, and it wasn't human. A spooky video popped up online showing only dirty, weird-looking hands and feet. They looked almost human, but not quite right. The skin was a strange color, like nothing anyone had seen before. It was making trees fall with just a single hand. Some people who watched that video commented it might be an alien or a scary shapeshifter. But the strange thing was that it was vlogging, and guess what? In the English language. Suddenly, in the video, that entity found a yellow, furry object lying on the ground and placed the can inside a hole in the tree bark. No one knew why it did this or what it meant. The video ended, leaving viewers with questions. No one knows to this date how it managed to post the video.
This is the tutorial. Now, this is...
Jurassic Artifact. Footage emerged from the museum's restricted basement, showing workers in protective gear tending to a massive hanging form. As the camera zoomed in, the skin of a dinosaur came into focus. It was not alive, and it looked like the scientists were trying to experiment on it. However, nothing more could be known as the video was removed from the internet soon. People believe it was the government trying to cover up the situation. The museum remained silent, and those who sought answers found only locked doors. And people who leaked the footage were fired from their jobs. Astonishing Encounter. A farmer couldn't believe his eyes when he saw a weird animal sneaking into his barn. This strange creature was causing panic in a small Ukrainian village. It wasn't a dog or a fox, but something he'd never seen. It had no fur, big ears, and long legs. Some folks whispered it might be some kind of desert fox or an African animal. Scientists were called to take the odd creature. As it lay on their table, after examining it carefully, they came to know it was the legendary chupacabra from old stories. The village excitedly buzzed, wondering what secrets this mystery animal might reveal. Creepy girl. One villager got the fright of his life on his nighttime stroll home. There, sitting by a small wall, was a sight straight out of Annabelle. This one had huge eyes, a red dress, black hair, and dark lips. And those lips? Moving most weirdly, smiling all creepy-like at our poor villager. She looked possessed. Our brave or terrified villager didn't stick around there. He ran, only daring to look back once. And guess what? Poof. She was gone. Bet he'll be taking a different route home from now on. Maybe one with lots of streetlights. Bigfoot Experience. In 2023, an explorer was creeping through the shadowy woods when he heard strange footsteps in Bartlett. It wasn't a human. It was too heavy, too powerful. He quickly managed to hide behind some leafy bushes. What he saw next gave him goosebumps. There, just yards away, stood a massive black Bigfoot. Finally, the Bigfoot went deeper into the forest, leaving the explorer with an amazing story and proof of his unbelievable encounter. The Skinwalker Chase.
Oh, what the crap? Is that a guy?
A fun day in the meadow quickly became a scary adventure for a group of teenagers. Right in front of them was a creature they had never seen before. This being was tall and skinny. Its skin looked odd, not like a normal person's at all. When some dogs spotted it, they started chasing it. The creature moved in a super weird way, bending its body strangely. Then it ran super fast to a nearby tree and hid itself. The teenagers were sure it must have been a skinwalker, a magical creature from old stories. But the question is what it was doing there. Maybe it wanted to play with the teenagers?
Oh, what the crap? Is that a guy?
Queensland Beach Mystery. A visitor's beach, stroll in Queensland turned into a close encounter of the weird kind. In March 2022, he spotted what he thought was a strange dog relaxing on the sand. But as he got closer, he realized this was no lost pup. This creature looked like it came straight out from another world. The visitor described it as having a lizard tail, human-like hands, a possum nose, and patches of black fur. Talk about a mixed-up monster. The internet went wild with theories when he posted about it. Some claimed it was proof of aliens taking a beach vacation. Others thought it might be a prehistoric sea creature, finally coming up for some sun after millions of years. Looks like the ocean's got some explanation about what it's been hiding down there.
One of those things you see when people claim that they found aliens.
Night of Terror. A group of brave friends chose to hike at night. As they walked further into the dark woods with their cameras, strange sounds and creepy shadows made them question if this was a smart choice. Suddenly, they stopped in their tracks. Ahead, bizarre figures emerged from the darkness. Tall, skinny creatures moved creepily, bent in a way that shocked them. At first, the brave explorers didn't take it seriously. They even tried to tease the creatures with nets and white ropes they had brought along. But their laughter turned to screams when they realized these were no ordinary beings. They were skinwalkers. Only their glowing eyes remained visible, watching from the trees. The terrified hikers quickly ran away, realizing their playful adventure had turned into a real-life nightmare. Flashlight Fright in Texas. A villager in East Texas got more than he bargained for during his nightly field check. Flashlight in hand, he was doing one last sweep before going to bed. Suddenly, his beam caught a moment that made him speechless. There, hiding in the bushes, was a suspicious being. As it started creeping towards him, the farmer's mind raced. It might be a dogman or a cryptid. But it wasn't supposed to be there. Looks like this farmer might need to add monster repellent to his crop dusting routine. Lady in Orange.
Wait! What? Yeah, sir.
Ever get spooked on a dark road? Well, some folks had a real scare one night. On a creepy village road, a group of friends got a weird feeling. Brave enough, they stood there with flashlights, waiting to see what would happen. Suddenly, an orange cloth appeared out of nowhere on the other side of the road, hinting it might be a lady ghost. That was it for these night explorers. They zoomed back to their car faster and drove away super quick. Bet they would have only stopped the car when reached home. Sometimes a little scare can make for a big adventure.
Wait! What? Yeah, sir.
Creature of Woods. A family's fun hike turned into an unforgettable adventure. As they walked through the woods, their young son suddenly became scared. His small hand pointed to a distant tree, trembling. There, half hidden in the bushes, stood something unbelievable. It was huge, dark, but with a wolf's head. It was a dog man. The parents saw closely, trying to make out its features, but the creature stayed just out of focus, like a nightmare came to life. Fear gripped the family. Without a single word, they went away, but couldn't shake the feeling that it was watching them from the dark woods. Secrets beneath roots. A local in the forest saw a creature hiding under the twisted roots of an old tree. It was small and looked creepy. The local's hands shook as he tried to film the strange being with his phone. He wondered if it could be the legendary chupacabra, a monster from old stories, or a forest smeagol, like from the Harry Potter movie. The local wasn't sure about it. Before he could get a better look, it slid back into the roots, leaving the local with a mystery he'd never forget. Zoologist find. A zoologist, while exploring the woods, noticed a figure that made him do a double take. There was a creature totally out of this world. At first glance, it resembled a burrowing owl with its round face and big yellow eyes. But as the zoologist carefully picked it up, he noticed bizarre features beyond explanation. The creature had a tail completely unlike any owl. Most shockingly, its wide mouth had creepy tentacles as well. He decided to take it to his lab for proper study, knowing this discovery could change everything scientists thought they knew about the animals in these woods. Splash of mystery. One afternoon, a boater was riding his electric jet ski in a calm river. Suddenly, a big splash happened. Something huge jumped out of the river right in front of him. He was shocked as he tried to understand what exactly just came out of the river. Before he could get a good look, whatever it was went away at full speed and disappeared. Left with only ripples, the boater's mind raced with possibilities. He looked at the water, hoping for another glimpse, but the river kept its secret. Zombie monkey. A local spotted an odd sight one day. At first, it looked like a regular monkey. But as he got closer, he realized it was more than that. The monkey had a strange hand that didn't look normal at all. Instead of being furry like the rest of its body, this hand was black. The local couldn't believe his eyes. It was as if the monkey had gotten a robot hand from outer space. News of the robotic-handed monkey spread quickly through the town. Everyone wondered if it was some kind of zombie monkey or if scientists had done experiments on it. Rescuing dog. A photographer was enjoying a quiet day in the woods when suddenly a huge black wolf burst onto the scene, racing towards a nearby dog between the tall trees. The photographer's heart skipped a beat as he watched the massive predator getting closer to the puppy. Without thinking, he dropped his camera and came into action. He yelled and waved his arms to distract the wolf. This gave the dog enough time to escape. The wolf then quickly went back into the trees. The photographer was scared but happy. He hugged the shaking dog and felt grateful that he was there at the right moment to stop a bad situation. Hobbit Who vanished. A group of friends were out for a bike ride near some grassy fields in Indonesia when an unbelievable thing happened. Right in front of them, a tiny creature that looked just like a hobbit from a storybook ran across their path. The bikers couldn't believe their eyes. They quickly stopped their bikes and grabbed their cameras, hoping to catch the little creature on video. They searched through the trees where it had disappeared, but that being was nowhere to be found. It had vanished as quickly as it appeared, leaving the bikers amazed and confused. The mystery of the Indonesian hobbit remains unsolved, sparking curiosity and wonder in the local community. Port Blair giant. A group of experts were exploring a river when suddenly they spotted a massive being in the water. Floating among broken branches and trees was a species so big it made their boat look tiny. The experts couldn't believe their eyes. This was a crocodile about 3 meters long. Knowing it needed help, they quickly signaled for backup. Soon, a team arrived to help guide the enormous reptile safely into deeper water. News of the giant crocodile spread fast. People in Port Blair couldn't stop talking about it, nicknaming the creature the Port Blair Giant. Even though the experts had seen many strange things in the river, this encounter with the supersized croc was one they'd never forget. Rare black honey.
And when they opened it, they discovered it was filled with sour black wild.
A group of beekeepers was out in the woods, searching for regular honey when one tree caught their eye. It looked different from the others, so they carefully cut into the tree trunk. What they found left them speechless. The tree was filled with strange black honey. This honey was not ordinary. It was a rare honey made by the smallest bees in the world. The beekeepers found out that this special honey comes only once every 8 to 10 years. Happy with their great discovery, the beekeepers carefully collected the special honey. They took it back to bottle and sell, knowing they just had the luckiest day ever in their beekeeping adventures.
And when they opened it, they discovered it was filled with sour black wild.
Wallace's Giant Bee. A beekeeper was doing his usual work, and out of nowhere, he heard a strange buzzing. It didn't sound like any bee he knew. He got scared for a while as he looked around, trying to find the source. Then, out of nowhere, a massive bee landed right on his hand. His eyes went wide. This wasn't just any bee. It was Wallace's Giant Bee. Knowing how special this bee was, he carefully caught it before it could fly away. His ordinary day had turned into an amazing discovery that would excite him throughout his life. Discovery in Marsh. Hidden in a misty marsh, a team of wildlife conservationists fell upon an amazing sight. This wasn't just any ape. It had gone missing and worried animal protectors for weeks. The team couldn't believe their luck. They quietly filmed the gentle giant as it relaxed in its natural spa. The orangutan. It had reddish fur and wise eyes. After much discussion, the team decided to let their furry friend stay there. They realized the marsh was the perfect, safe home for the ape that appeared to be an orangutan. Deserted Encounter. A photographer's keen eye spotted an unsettling event in the lonely, deserted fenced area. He noticed a strange movement in the distance. Curious, he zoomed in with his camera and couldn't believe what he saw. There, near the cactus plants and dry branches, was a massive snake. The photographer started recording right away. Its head was moving, making it look even more mysterious and scary. Excited by his discovery, the photographer shared the video online. Snake experts quickly identified the creature as a rare Congo snake. The video spread like wildfire, with people amazed to see such an unusual animal in this unexpected place. Beast from Apocalypse. A terrifying creature straight out of a nightmare appeared in a small town, leaving everyone in shock. One evening, locals spotted it and felt so scared they couldn't believe their eyes. It looked like a monster from an old horror story. They had never imagined anything like it before. The beast was so big and strong that they had to use chains to catch it safely. It had the fierce face of a werewolf and was pig-like. Strangest of all, it had pointy horns running from its head down its back. As news spread, people started calling it the Beast from the Apocalypse, thinking it might be one of the scary animals from the Book of Revelation. No one knew what it was. But be careful next time! village's enigmatic visitor. What if you saw a fictional character in real life? One day, a villager was in the outdoor wash area when coming from nearby was a funny-looking animal. It was small and skinny, but it had huge ears that made it look just like a tiny elephant. The villager couldn't believe his eyes. "It's like Dumbo or Snuffleupagus from TV," he told everyone later. The little animal seemed shy and walked right past without even seeing the villagers. It left him wondering what this cute creature was doing here. Maybe it also came to wash its clothes. The legendary creature. In the Russian wilderness, a local was enjoying his usual stroll when suddenly a view made him stop in his tracks. A giant creature was moving through the trees. It moved from place to place with incredible speed. He made its video for a few seconds before the animal went into the forest. The internet exploded with theories as he uploaded his video. Many people commented that it looked just like the legendary Bigfoot, but others weren't so sure. Whatever it was, the video left everyone wondering what secrets the Russian forests might be hiding. Tiny gray hiker. A group of hikers got the surprise of their lives in the woods. Between the plants, they spotted an entity straight out of a sci-fi movie. A tiny gray creature walking along. The hikers couldn't believe their eyes. They only saw its back, but noticed it was holding something in its hand. The female hiker was so stunned. The little gray visitor didn't seem to mind the humans. It just kept on its way in its pink jersey, probably heading back to its spaceship parked in a secret clearing. Talk about an out-of-this-world hiking experience. Cave aliens welcome. In the Big Sandy Mountains, some explorers came across an ancient cave with an out-of-this-world greeter. As they went near the cave entrance from below, they saw a gray, humanoid creature standing there. Its face was hidden behind a bright light. Talk about a natural spotlight. The explorers became speechless. Was this some visitor from another planet? Before they could snap a selfie with their new glowing friend, it went back into the cave, never to be seen again. The explorers were left wondering if they discovered an alien hideout or just had the world's weirdest cave tour. Are aliens now appointed as cave guards? Not a bad idea. Midnight Road Horror Show.
No, mine is back. No.
You are driving home late at night, and your headlights light up the darkness. Suddenly, you see an incident that makes your heart beat fast. This is what happened with a local. There, in the middle of the road, was a person lying still. But that was not even the scariest part. Next to them, a dark, mysterious black creature was crawling around. The giant creature had long arms and a scary face, and it wouldn't let the man move. It appeared to be the worst nightmare for him. Our brave driver quickly took a picture before speeding away. When he posted the spooky snap online later, the internet went wild. Some people swore it was a demon, straight from the underworld. Others were convinced they were looking at Dracula himself, out for a midnight snack.
No, mine is back. No.
Werewolf in Park. Hold on to your seats. The Guadalupe neighborhood in Reconquista, Argentina, got a spooky surprise visitor one night. Under the glow of a park light, a weird moment happened that made the visitors stop in their tracks. It wasn't your average stray dog or late-night jogger. Nope, this was a dark, mysterious creature sitting in a weird, bent position right in the middle of the path. Was it doing some sort of yoga? Not a bad idea. The black figure looked like a local legend come to life. Visitors who saw it swear it was a real-life werewolf. Whatever it was, it sure gave the nighttime park goers a story to talk about. A colossal surprise. Ever had a giant hairy neighbor? Well, some villagers sure did. One day they got the biggest surprise ever when a huge ape, as big as a house, decided to come say hello. This wasn't just some little monkey, it was a massive orangutan. The big orange fuzzball was having a snack, picking leaves and branches from trees like they were potato chips. It looked like the orangutan had taken a wrong turn from its forest home and ended up in the village. Oops! The locals were pretty shocked, but they waited patiently, hoping their giant visitor would soon head back to the wild. Talk about an unexpected playdate. Legend of Fenrir. One evening, hunters in the woods caught the sight of a creature moving fast toward the woods. Their hearts beat fast as they watched the massive figure speeding, too big to be any ordinary animal. The hunters caught their breath visible in the air, but the creature was too quick. They only caught a glimpse of its enormous size before it disappeared into the darkness. Later, they realized they might have seen Fenrir, the legendary giant wolf from old tales, hiding in the woods. Bigfoot's Forest. Attention, Bigfoot fans! A hunter's camera just caught the ultimate woods celebrity. This wasn't your average bear or overgrown hiker. Nope. This was a giant black creature strolling through the woods like it owned the place. And let's be real, at that size, who's gonna argue? The footage shows the mysterious Bigfoot himself. It casually leaves behind a tree, probably on its way to whatever Bigfoots do in their spare time. Whatever it was up to, this hunter just secured the ultimate trophy. Light show in woods. A hunter's trail cam caught way more magical views than anything. In the calm of the night, tiny, sparkling creatures lit up the forest like a natural light show. These weren't your average fireflies. Nope. These little flying beings looked just like fairies straight out of a storybook. With delicate wings and bodies that glowed, they danced through the air, turning the woods into their magical dance hall. Fairies have been part of stories all around the world, each culture adding its special twist. But seeing them in real life? That's a whole new level of magic. Helicopter ride. You're out for a hike, enjoying the tall trees, when suddenly you spot a creepy moment. A hiker uploaded a photo that showed a giant and hairy beast hanging from a helicopter, way above the cars and jeeps below. Talk about Sasquatch or Bigfoot Airlines. This sky-high sighting has everyone buzzing. Some folks are even connecting it to Mount St. Helens eruption, where rumors circulated about the military helping away injured Bigfoots. Might be possible that the government was taking the missing Bigfoot to its habitat. The subscriber's pick. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. An unleaked video became viral online that showed that in an Australian forest, soldiers were there to monitor the area when they heard strange noises and decided to investigate. Splitting up, one group discovered a hidden cave covered in thick vines. Inside, they found what appeared to be the carcass of an alien, hinting that a UFO had collided somewhere. Stunned and unsure, they carefully placed the body on a stretcher and decided to take it to their base. They hoped they wouldn't need a space vet to check on the alien.